We defy, sayang, we defy.
Hello and welcome to my new Let's Play. I have successfully, with a little bit of finagling, boy I can't speak already and I'm not even a minute in. I have successfully gotten Bandicam to actually record an emulator. PlayStation 1 emulator to be exact, which opens up so many options for me. This one specifically being a fairly old game, as you can see 1996. In fact, I believe it was so old it was on the Sega Saturn, although I played it on the PlayStation 1, called Vandal Hearts. It is very much similar to games like Final Fantasy Tactics in that you control a group of people on a map and kill everybody there is. But, unlike Final Fantasy Tactics, there is no grinding, there is no ability to go do free battles. Any money and items that you collect in the battles, in the story battles, is it. That's all you have to work with. As such, I am going to be trying to do everything and finding the little secret hidden items, which are fairly easy to find if you know what to look for, roughly. But also, it has a few key features that the game really plays off of on each battle instead of just having, this is your party, there's the enemy party, go kill it. It actually incorporates strategy much better than other games of its time, such as Tactics, believe it or not. The reason why I went to the options menu is because otherwise, while I was talking, it would have gone to the auto battle, which I don't feel like doing right now. But let's get right into it. New game. Can I press the button for new game? Checking memory card. Oh. I'll be quiet during the setup cutscene.
For over a millennium, the fertile lands in the heart of this vast continent were ruled by the Holy Asha dynasty, descendants of Taroa the Messiah. However, it is man's doom to forget. Amidst all the wealth and exotic pleasures, the nobility lost their way and sank into corruption and depravity, forgetting even the holy teaching of Taroa. It was in these days of unrest that the citizens, struggling under an oppressive regime, rose up and, under the leadership of Aris the Sage, took up arms against the kingdom. That was the first outbreak of violence in what would later be known simply as the Revolution. The royal army's counterattack was swift and fierce, but time and time again they were put to flight by the cunning strategies of Aris and the indomitable will of the advancing Liberation Army. Victory in hand, the rebels set up a council and worked to establish the continent's first democracy. And so, the Republic of Ishtaria was born. However, Aris the Sage, whom all hoped would lead the country, mysteriously vanished and has not been seen again to this day. Now, 15 years later, the shadow of war once again threatens Ishtaria.
I almost forgot that there was this part I was about to speak. That totally looks inviting. Yep, definitely want to go there on vacation. We get it, there's a giant moon. Hassel Ruins. Now, if you've played this game before, you might notice something a little bit off. It's that I can actually get 60 frames, solid 60 frames per second while recording, so it might be a little bit slower both in look and sound, so it might seem a little bit not as smooth. But it's the best I can do, and I'm sticking with it. "What is this place?" says the soldier that's been sitting there for like a minute waiting to say it. Yeah, this guy doesn't look like he's going to be a main plot character at all. Ah, hidden room. Well, he has white hair. He has to at least sound nobly old. How could I do a noble old voice? I know how to do a noble voice, and I know how to do an old voice. I don't know how to combine them. What's that? No, that just sounds sounds painfully forced. I don't know. I like to try and do voices, but then bad voices, but then I make them horrible. Ooh, that's sparkle. This must be it. No, don't touch that. These rays. What's happening? And the soldiers are just standing there in the back, not even making any emotion at all as to a gem just suddenly sparking out in bright, blinding light in front of them. And that's all the plot we get. That is all the plot we get at this moment. Chapter 1. A Premonition of War. Really, hang on. Okay. I have this in windowed because it's even worse if I don't. And I saw the timer on the recording stop, so I was like, whoa, hang on. So if that came through, well, then I know. If you didn't, well, then I just explained it. But that is all the plot we get for now. Ash! 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 Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just thinking. Well, you better get up, we've got some trouble. We're surrounded. There's a lot of people to begin with. You're trapped. Don't you know that this valley belongs to the Fangs of Umbra? Unfortunately, apparently the text is glitchy in this emulator, but I'm reading it, so hopefully that's not too bad. They're just some dumb wandering peddlers. Ignorance is the root of misfortune, as they say. If you want to live, hand over everything you got. Although we'll probably just kill you anyway. Right, boss? This is my big fat evil guy voice, and it's horrible. You got that right. He just doesn't say anything. Too scared to talk, baby? Well, that ended him pretty quick. What the? Ha! Where's that stupid laugh now? Now you're the ones who are trapped. Who the hell are you guys? Meet the main characters. Ash Lambert, 3rd Platoon, Astarian Security Forces. Diego Renault from the same. Clint Picard, likewise. It's a trap! Ash, Ash of the Black Wind? Surrender quietly and we'll grant you quarter. I don't think they're going to do that. Against only 3? Kill him now! As we expected. Victory! Defeat the main guy. Defeat is just defeat of Ash. If anybody else dies, it won't count. Now, there is a couple things that I want to say right now. In order to find secrets, you generally look for discrepancies in the land. Like this empty dirt patch in an otherwise clean area, or this area that looks dug up behind this mountain. As you can see, when you know what you're looking for, they look fairly obvious, and I'm going to actively try and get those in every map that has them, because they're equipment that could be useful, and if not, there's still money to sell, which, as I said, there is no way to grind in this game, so every coin counts. Let me... Ah yes, move. Now question. I can. I forgot exactly how the moves went. Now, instead of in Final Fantasy, say, I'm just going to constantly compare it to Final Fantasy Tactics, because that's the only one that I really know that's similar. In, say, Final Fantasy Tactics, the turns go by a counter that fills up, and things like haste and slow would affect that. In this game, the turns go by sides. So all of my 3 people will take their turn, and then their group will take their turn. No, I want you to move. I want you to move to this guy, because I want him to die. The answer is 11. Now here's another key part. Every time you attack somebody, or are attacked by somebody, the person who is attacked counters. 100% chance they counter. So that is something you really have to take into account when playing, because they can't just outright attack. No, I wanna... Action, what's the magic you have? Fairy Light, healing. Okay. I do not need a healing spell, so just kill this guy. Also, there is that, support. If an enemy is flanked, the enemy has a greater chance, or the enemy has a lesser chance to block. That's another thing that is fairly important. You cannot hit anything, because you suck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move you a bit closer. Oh, no! Well, that sucks. But now... turn over. I'm still trying to remember the controls, so bear with me here. I only did a bit of testing prior. So Diego's going to get an arrow in his face. But he is an archer, so he can apparently not counter because they have the height advantage, therefore can hit him without him hitting back. Boy, that went super well. What kind of face did you make before you hit him? And yes, you can melee attack with an arrow and it's just as good. And he got 21 experience points. It is fairly important to know who is attacking who, because that character and that character alone will only get experience points, which is as valuable as a resource as gold in this game, because once you get high enough leveled, you will end up, well, being able to get certain classes that you wouldn't be able to otherwise. Because you need a certain level to get certain classes, and everybody can level up into a stronger class, I believe twice? Take that. So it's also worth it to try and kill these guys. Now, as you can see, I'm moving this way so I can try and get that thing behind here. I'll then push out from here and get that. Now, turn over. What you got for me? How badly is Diego screwed? Because he's the one in the back. Oh, you're actually trying to shoot at Clint. That's actually pretty smart, because he can't hit back. As for you, you're going to get counterattacked. And I think I will have Diego shoot you again to kill you. Alright, what are you doing? You can get close, so you're probably going to die. However, Diego's going to need healing, something bad. Really? 1 hit point? What kind of trash is that? Oh god. Diego, don't you die? Urgh. You know, maybe trying to collect these things the first turn was not a good idea. Because these guys are pretty tough to begin with. Alright, Ash, move over here. Action, magic. Fairy light. You can only heal yourself. Of course you can. And Clint, move. No, I didn't want to do that. Alright, I have to press square, quote unquote, because I'm actually using this on a keyboard in order to do that. Ow, 2 hit points. Take that, stupid archer. Now, Diego will come back. He is just basically dead for the round. However, if Ash dies, it's instantaneously game over. They are all really gathering up. Alright, move here, and now examine. And we get a sword. I want you to look that way. And Ash will be right here. And look that way. So that way if they try and attack Clint from the side, he should, question mark, have a greater chance to dodge because Ash is supporting him. That's the theory. Ugh. 7 hit points. Clint has definitely seen better days. I really wish Diego at least killed a brigand before he got killed. Now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to have Clint try and move as far back as possible. Whereas Ash will start attacking. Get rid of that guy. And turn over. This video is probably going to be a little bit longer than the average, merely because of the fact that... Okay, 6 wasn't too bad. Merely because of the fact that there was a lot of plot beforehand. Ow. Okay, you're probably going to die from this. That's the hope, anyway. Good. Then Ash will kill the other one. That is nearly dead. Oh god, Zoot is actually up here. That's a problem. 10 damage. 6 damage. Okay. Now, Clint, could you do me a favor, buddy? Can you... Please tell me you can climb up there. Okay. Now, I was going to have Ash attack, but I think I'm going to move him back a bit, so the archers have to move, and also Fairy Light. Can only heal himself, but helped a lot. That's kind of why I'm having him be the guy in the front. Because he could probably take these guys by himself while Clint goes get the item. Ow. Well, okay, 8 actually isn't that bad. You can't even attack because you can't get in a position. Ha 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 ha. Ow. You're going to get counterattacked pretty hard. However, that amount of damage does make Ash kind of hurt. However, Ash did level up. Alright, Clint, I want you to keep going. You're nearly there. Okay, you have 24 hit points. You can actually get to the guy. Well... Well, you're going to heal again. Actually, no, you're going to be... Well, see, if you take a lot of damage, so just heal. Now, this won't be bad in the future, because we won't be surrounded in the future, and we'll be kind of being pushed in a specific direction. But this particular battle, for the very first battle you do, is incredibly difficult. I mean, there's more enemies that are all around you, ready to get you, instead of ones being further back and them slowly funneling themselves in. The only savior is that Ash can heal himself. Apparently, so can Zoot, but that is actually fine. Because that means he doesn't move forward to attack Ash, which means Ash can move forward to attack an archer. And you can move forward here and examine. And get Mad Book sent to Supply Wagon. You could move again? Is that a thing you can actually do? Items. We have an herb, but I'm not going to use it right now. Because Ash is going to move forward, stop Zoot from moving forward unless this guy moves away, which for some reason I doubt. Or I can kill him in one hit. That works too. Poor Diego just got instantly killed, and now we have to do the entire battle without him. That archer can hit us while we can't hit him, because Zoot is going to move forward and block that path. So I think Ash is going to move back. Clint's going to move forward. Yeah! Take that! Yeah, I think Ash is going to spend this turn moving backward while Clint moves forward to help clean up Zoot, because otherwise Zoot is probably going to continue healing himself. Yeah, there we go. This battle's pretty slow in the beginning, but it'll pick up later when I don't have to deal with people being all around me. Haha! Take that, ruffian! And you can move right forward, but we can move around you and get that archer. Ow, actually. That hurt. He has 1 hit point left. So, if Ash or Clint can move up to get that archer... Can you move up? You cannot. You cannot as well! Ah, Rocco. Fine. What's one archer between friends? Don't kill me, I'm pleading with you. And that's all. That's technically all we had to do for the first battle. If you want to get everything, it's difficult. If you don't, well... As Diego died, we lost gold, but as you can see, every kill gains us gold. Which is why you also want to try and kill everything. 530 gold, 2 items, I suppose not too bad for the beginning. I'll let this part play, and then I'll call it a video. That should teach you guys, huh? It's you! I knew I'd seen you before! Zoot Cat! What? The same Zoot Cat that we threw in jail just 2 months ago? Yep. Same bonehead grin. Don't you recognize him? The pager's all in behind. Wait a minute. Only 2 months and he's already out? He must have busted out. True, but I don't think for a minute that this loser would be able to break himself out of prison. Staves and stones may... Wrong voice. Staves and stones may crack your bones, but it don't bother me, 'cause my friends won't forget about me. What does that mean? Answer me. Oh, nothing. I'm just bumbling. I think I get it. Bandits have shut off all trade in this valley. Whoever freed them is probably reaping huge black market profits. A crooked politician or a merchant pulled the strings. So what else is new? That burns me up. I'm Diego and I'm the crazy... Not crazy. Whatever that person with a lot of emotion in the group is supposed to be called. Should I put an arrow in that right eyelash? No, stop. Why should I? Hold it, Diego. Killing this flea is no answer. Our job is finished. Let's go back to Shimuria. Kinda glad I like to read things out, because otherwise expecting people to read that would not be handy. But here is the map. Really, it's to move from one area to the other. That's about it. But items. Longsword, leather helm, leather armor, and an herb. You apparently have a second one on you, interestingly enough. I think I get it. Now, what is a mad book? I don't know what a mad book is. That's the problem. Now, Clint, you have an herb. Diego, you have an herb. As Clint is generally going to be in the front, I want Clint to have the second. I never picked up a second herb. It was put on Ash? Maybe? But since Ash can naturally heal himself, I would like to put this on Clint, who is going to be in the front. Okay. But that has been the first level, and me failing the first level, of Vandal Hearts. When we come back, we will go to Shimuria. The capital city, question mark? Capital Shimuria, yep. And as you can see, we cannot actually go back to the Valley of Thieves because we've done the quest there. But that is for next time, so until then, see you.